let's see, I'm just trying to log into Facebook. It's just giving me trouble here, so hang on. Nope. All right. Hey, Debbie. Good to see you. All right. Well, that's not going to work. So let me just go ahead and get started. So to hang on a second, I have to get my mat. Okay. So I have a couple of shirts here, and I have a vendor show coming up in November, so I want to have some good logo shirts to wear. And whenever you join Chalkn Couture, they give you all sorts of business transfers, which is awesome because you can make your shirts, whenever you want. So we have some really great things, and I have some already that I have made, but these are long sleeves, so these are going to be perfect for the winter time. So I have a black one and I have a teal one. So I haven't quite decided what I was going to do. So you guys can sit here while I think this through. I think I'm going to start with the black one first. So I'm just going to take off the label. I just got this shirt from, I think I got it from Walmart. Actually, I need to heat up my heat press because I'm going to want to iron this. Okay, so while that is heating up, I'm going to think this through. I'm going to put this big logo on the back, and then maybe I will add "Make Money Beautifully" and "Ask Me How." And then on the front, I can put maybe "Design, Love, Repeat" across the top. And okay, I think I'm going to do the back one first, and we'll go from there. Okay, so before I put the shirt on the mat, I need to iron it. So let me grab my pad. So hold on a sec. Okay, here is my pad. This is just a pad that I got from Cricut, because you need pads with Cricut. So I'm just going to quickly iron this, and then I'm going to put our sticky pad inside of it. Okay, so this is my Cricut Easy Press. Debbie, I thought there'd be more people joining. I mean, I know it's a Friday night, but I'm coming in a little bit later. What are you up to tonight? I was shopping at Michael's, and I swear that store is deadly. I can't go in there very often because I know it's going to be trouble if I do. Okay. All right, so this is our sticky mat. These Clorox wipes are amazing because they add sticky to everything. Chalkn Couture. So if you have a transfer that is kind of losing its sticky, you can, all you have to do is wipe it with a Clorox wipe and it brings it all back. So that's really cool. So this mat has gotten a lot of use. I'm going to try to revive it. Okay. So what this mat does is it just keeps the shirt in place. And it also prevents the ink from bleeding onto anything else. It is a must. And then I want to smooth it out. And add the transfer. This feels like a new transfer. I don't think I've used this one before. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the edges just to make sure that I don't go over. So I'm going to put a little bit here. And a little bit here. And a little bit here. And a little bit here. Okay, so guys, I apologize for the bad connection. I am gonna make this teal, and that'll give it a different look from what I already have. Okay, here's an awesome tip, guys. So I had all of these squeegees and they were starting to look really nasty. They were really starting to get like ink stains on them. Hi, Kristen. Ink stains on them, and you know, like I always wash them off after every single use, but after I've been doing this for 10 months and use a Clorox wipe to wipe these squeegees clean, and all of those ink stains totally came off. It was awesome. Different product for a shirt. Yes, so we are using ink. So you can tell which one is ink because it has white. You can see that white, whereas the chalk paste has a black lid. So this is permanent, whereas the chalk is not. The chalk is totally erasable on anything other than wood. But ink is totally, let me put this down a little bit, totally permanent. So that's why I was telling you at the workshop that it's only for experienced people. Now, when I say experienced, it just means you know how to do the chalking, you've done it, and you're comfortable with it, and then you can do the inking because it is, there's just a little bit of a learning curve with it, and I messed up quite a number of things before I had it perfected. So you're going to want to practice on stuff that you don't care. Okay. So you do it exactly the same way that you would do chalk, except you're using ink. It's really fun. It feels like you're coloring. You guys remember that coloring craze that the world went into? several years back. Did you guys get into that? Of course, I bought all the coloring books and the markers and crayons and all the stuff that you use, and then I never even colored. Yes, Mary, same transfers. So you can use our transfers for either ink or, and you clean it exactly the same way too. Okay, I think I have this pretty well covered. Now I'm just going to go in a straight line here to make sure that everything is looking cohesive. All right, it's time to take it all off and see what we've done. Now with with ink, you don't have to worry so much about doing it quickly. Yes, the ink comes off, the transfers to reuse. But the great thing about working with ink is that you don't have to work quickly like you do with, here's the big reveal. And it's perfect. I'm super excited. Okay, so I'm sorry guys, this connection, I feel like I used to belong to something that gave me better Wi-Fi, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with the Wi-Fi in my house. We have really good Wi-Fi. The issue is something with Facebook, but I used to have something that gave me better Wi-Fi, and now all of a sudden it's a constant problem. So I'm wondering if like maybe that membership expired or something. Okay, so what I was gonna say is, oh, this has to dry. So this is gonna dry, and then after it dries, I have to use the heat press. But I have to be careful because I'm doing the other side too. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do all of this while we are on live, but I'm gonna give it a try. Okay, so this next part here, ask me how. Oh wait, no, I was gonna do make money beautifully. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna use my hair dryer to try to dry it a little bit. Obviously, this takes a little longer to dry. I usually let it dry overnight before I do something else. And to be honest with you, I might do a second coat. So I think that before I use the heat press, I'm gonna do a second coat after it dries. Just so that you guys know what I'm doing, because I'm seeing some streaks in here, which I'd rather not see. So I think what's going to make this perfect is a second coat. But it needs to dry first. So I'm just using my hair dryer so that it's not totally wet while I do the next transfer. Okay. Now, I don't feel like I need painter's tape on this one because I have a lot of space on the outside. Hi, Andrea. I have a lot of space on the outside, so I don't think I'm gonna mess up or squeegee. So I'm gonna put this one away. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna need this again. I'm just using a smaller squeegee. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this one I'm probably not going to need a second coat. It was just that one because it's just so big and so full of ink. Okay, so what do you guys think? I think it looks great. Okay, so next I'm going to do the ask, or maybe I'll just keep it. I think I'm going to keep it like this. Or am I? I am going to put the Ask Me How on here. Okay, so let me dry this. Okay, so with the Ask Me How, this is going to look really cool. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to first do it in teal, and then I'm going to, after it dries, yes, you have to set the ink with heat. So I have a Cricut Easy Press over here that I'm going to do that with, but unfortunately, you guys aren't going to be able to watch me do that because unless I come back on tomorrow, but I want this to dry overnight, put a second coat on it, and then do the Cricut Easy Press. So maybe I will do that tomorrow morning or sometime tomorrow. So what I'm going to do with this Ask Me How is I'm going to first do it in the same teal color, and then after it dries, I'm going to do a double layer. So I'm going to go over it but shift it a little bit to the right and then do it in white, and then that's going to give it a two-toned look, and it's going to be really cool. And I do all of my work by eyeballing it as far as centering it goes. I'm a scrapbooker, and so for me, eyeballing always works. Almost always. So if you guys join me tomorrow, I will be doing the second coat, and then I'm going to do the front side. So probably I'll do the front side first and then come around and do the back side again. Isn't it awesome? I love that we can just totally make our own logo shirts. Okay, so I think that this is as far as I can go tonight. But I wanted to tell you guys, it looks like all of you who are on right now are local to me. I wanted to tell you that I was just over at Michael's, and Michael's was selling those really cool Halloween. Sorry, my network went out again. I was just at Michael's where they sell those trees, those sparkly black trees with, you know, the limbs are all black and it just looks like a scary little tree. So at my last workshop, I was showing you guys how to, well, I was showing you how people have added our chalkable chips to those trees, and it looks really super cool. So I got 5 of those trees, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to offer them, I'm just going to offer this as a workshop. So if any of you guys are interested in doing that, comment below so that I can save you a spot, because it's going to be really cool. It's going to be the same price. $35 is how much most of my workshops are. And it'll just be a fun little project. So especially for you newbies, it's especially good because, you know, it's just a really super, oh, Kristen, that's a bummer, you're in Florida. I was just in Tampa, Florida earlier this month. So it'll be a really great workshop for those of you who are brand new to Chalk Couture, because it's just a really easy project. So anyways, let me know if you're interested in that. And I guess this is really about all I can do for today, but join me tomorrow and I'm going to finish this guy up, or at least do the next stage. It might take 3 stages. The problem is that when I take the mat out to go around and do the front, I want to make sure that it's dry before I do that. It doesn't have to be completely heat set, but I want to make sure that it's not gonna like bleed, you know, like smudge as I take the pad out. And Mary, I don't know if you saw, but I'm working with a pad here underneath. So this is a sticky pad. So this pad makes the shirt not, you know, like it holds it in place. And then on top of that, it makes it so that the ink is not going to, the ink will not bleed onto other, you know, like your table or whatever. And it won't bleed onto the other side of the shirt. So you have to have a mat. Okay, so for those of you guys who are experienced with Chalk Couture and you would be interested in doing a pillow workshop, comment below pillow, because I am working up some cute ideas for that, and I'm going to definitely do a workshop with pillows for you experienced folks. So thank you for